Oh man.
What's up, guys? So,
we could say we made an oops.
we made an oops.
Yeah, we just made
we just went through the entire podcast without hitting the record button. I thought I hit the record button, but it wasn't recording.
Rookie mistake. But it's okay. We're still in the I looked at the thing and I said, wait, I don't see red on the screen. I'd seen that thing, but yeah. So this is episode 4, and hopefully
episode 4.
This
And
never happens again.
Mistake number 1. That was a pretty big mistake. Though. We just went through like 20 minutes of talking and didn't realize.
We sure did. And I looked up and I looked up to see how much time we had left, and I realized we're not recording. So awesome sauce. So basically, what we were talking about, like I said, thank you.
If you were listening, which you probably weren't. But, no. So.
I know it's okay.
Do all that again, it was good though.
It was good. It was really good, and you guys missed it all. And it will never happen again.
Nope, never.
So we're gonna actually reenact it right now for you guys,
and I'll be just as excited.
Okay.
Or animated.
So we were talking about.
I mean, most of it was about pet peeves.
Yeah, we were talking about.
We brought some other stuff.
Yeah, we brought
some
other stuff up. We were talking about
topic,
So I was asking we were asking each other what our pet peeves were. Oh, and we were talking about like how with our podcast. It's kind of everywhere, and it may seem like we're covering a lot of different topics, but the thing is just that's how our normal conversations go.
Right.
Like we will go from one topic that may have to do with like cars, and all of a sudden we'll end up talking about Care Bears, and then all of a sudden we're talking about plants that smell weird, and I'm not gonna get into that right now. But oh yeah, we can't get into that one. But anyways,
it may not be family friendly.
So. We were talking about that, and we were saying that that's basically that was a huge part of how we got to know each other and how to learn things about one another as far as like just talking about different topics. And we feel that when you are talking to somebody or you're in a relationship, getting to know somebody or whatever, you need to talk. You need to have conversations. You need to ask questions. You need to answer questions, and just let the conversation go wherever it's going to go. Like don't always try to stay like on one topic. Don't always try to just like let things happen organically. That's kind of how I feel, because there are things that we've learned about each other just from like being in the car, and then we just kind of just talk about different things, and then we learn different things that we like, that's the same, or things we dislike, and then that's kind of how we got into like learning about like pet peeves, and that's when we were talking about like different pet peeves. And so also, I was saying you asked me like what were one of my pet peeves or a few of my pet peeves, and I went into and I'll go into it again. I was saying that I don't like when people are rude, like rude people, like that. That's just one thing to me. Like I don't understand why you can't just be a decent human being. And like I said, it's one thing to be angry, and it's one thing to to get angry and like be emotional about it, but it's another thing to just be flat out rude.
Because being emotional is different than just being rude.
Yeah. Like just being an asshole like all the time, like that's just not. It's not cool with me. Whatever. And I was talking about when I worked at a law firm. There was this one particular attorney, and he was around my age, and it was myself and some other ladies that were older than both he and I, and we were the legal assistants, and he would come in every morning and walk past us, and all the other ladies would be like, "Oh, good morning." Then, they were, trying to just be nice or whatever, and, show whatever. And he would just keep walking. And it happened numerous times, like pretty much every time, not numerous times, every time. And so eventually I was just like, I don't see a point of us having to go out of our way to acknowledge him that way if he's not even taking the time to even like turn and nod or say anything. So I stopped saying hello to him.
Right.
And eventually he started saying hello back or whatever. But it's one of those things where, and that's not always going to be the case or whatever. Some people are just gonna be like, well, she's probably being forget them. Like they're not kissing my butt, so I'm not gonna acknowledge. I'm just gonna whatever. But it's one of those things where sometimes you do have to call people out on things or just acknowledge it. You do.
But I mean, it also with like what you're saying, like what I was also saying before. This is weird. It's all deja vu because we had to say it all over again. But do you felt like that you were being rude and being like the thing that you're pet peeving because you're not wanting to be yourself and be nice to someone or say hello to someone?
And yeah, I didn't feel like I felt like when I stopped saying hello to him, it was one of those things where it's something that annoyed me. So I just wasn't going to interact with that kind of,
Right.
I wasn't going to put myself in that situation. Professionally, if I had to go to his office, say something, talk to him about something, I did that. I didn't like, I wasn't like, he didn't say good morning, so I'm going to be rude the whole day or something like that. I feel like doing that, then I would have felt like, yeah, that's me being rude also. But I
Right.
still was professional with him. But as far as like that morning interaction, just that normal camaraderie, it was just like, I'm not going to give into that. So, and then, so that's one of my pet peeves. And then you were talking about yours. Now I know you got to go back because Mike had a lot to say. So,
but I mean, I still have much more to say because I didn't even get into everything, and I was probably just hogging the mic. But again, it goes in being rude also because so the story was that there's a grocery store that we go to, and we go to it often. One because it's like right beside where we live.
yeah.
Like,
And
I mean,
it's like a local one. It's not
Yeah.
like having to go to like a Walmart or a Target
Yeah.
or, whatever.
But there's a manager there who we call Glasses, and that's what we'll refer to him as
Because he wears glasses.
because he wears glasses all the time. One, also because we don't know his name.
Yeah, because he
But-
never introduced himself because he's actually kind of rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like he doesn't introduce himself. He doesn't say hey to anyone.
And we've even watched to see if he says hello to anybody else. Because
Right.
once you hear Mike go into the whole story, you could understand why he doesn't really talk to us. But I've never even seen him like acknowledge other people.
Yeah.
Like that come in or whatever.
haven't either.
Yeah.
But so one of my pet peeves with this, I mean, I have a whole bunch of pet peeves. So but this is just one of them. But I mean, it's like at the store, one of the pet peeves is that there are items that are expired that we find on the shelf consistently.
Yeah.
And it's very annoying and I don't like it because it's showing that someone is not doing their job.
Yeah.
And one, the managers. I mean, there are other managers in that store and I feel like they're probably not doing their job too. But we see Glasses more often than some of those other managers.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's like the head manager, I don't know. I don't know. But before we got with him, before we met him and dealt with all his stuff, like we had found
And
some
this
shrimp.
is Mike's community service, not community service, but contribution to the community,
This is- yeah.
volunteer job.
If I got paid to do this, I feel like I would enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because I want to be like kind of like a dick or something, but it's just like I don't know. I don't like when things are not done
Yeah.
like right as far as like they're with people at their jobs.
Yeah.
And making sure that the food that people eat is
Yeah. That's really, really important.
is within the expiration dates. I mean, I know that some expiration dates you can go past the expiration and it's
Depending on what the item is.
depending on
yeah,
what the item
yeah.
is, it should be fine. And sometimes I question how they find out what the expiration date is.
Yeah.
Like how do they know that in 3 weeks
That food's gonna
that
go,
food's
it's
gonna go
just-
bad?
yeah.
Like how do they know that? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess there's probably some people in a lab and they're just like sitting there watching meat and they're like, oh, all right, that meat went bad. Today's the 21st. We're actually gonna. So that was what 3 weeks. So put 3 weeks on every meat that comes out. I don't know if that's how they're doing it or
Yeah.
not. But anyways, that's the guideline that we have to use.
Yeah.
We have no other guideline at the moment other
Yeah.
than like how things look, which
Yeah.
you always need to look at stuff.
Oh yeah.
But because sometimes if you get like yogurt or something and the cap's all puffy, don't buy it.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
buy it. Even
Or
if the
you
date's
look
good.
at meat and it's like brown and
Yeah,
stuff like
don't buy
that.
it.
Or yeah.
But so we only have that kind of guideline to go off right now. But we were getting some seafood. We were wanting some shrimp and a few other things. I don't know what else we were getting, but
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
I may be getting lobster or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember what. But there was shrimp there, and I picked it up, and it was just full of ice in the bag, and it was like a clear bag.
Yeah,
so
it
it
was
was,
a-
one of
we
those
could
like
see.
fresh shrimp kind of
Yeah.
things that they just put in there. But it was
Yeah.
like full of ice, and I was like, this doesn't look right.
Yeah.
And then I turn it over, and the date. This
And
was 2019.
Yeah.
This was 2019, and we turned it over and it had a date of 2016 on it of Best Buy,
Yeah.
and like I don't know, that's bad.
That's extremely bad.
That's
like
extremely,
that's not
extremely
even
bad.
like, like you said, like within the week range or even like a
Right.
month, but years. It's
Yeah.
like, where did you get that from? And obviously whoever brought it in from the back should have known that it was probably sitting there for a while, because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was probably all the way on the
I
bottom.
mean, it's one of those things though that there's two
So-
things. Either it was always in the back, Or whenever they put new shrimp on in the frozen put, they just put it on top of it.
Yeah.
And then finally that shrimp was just gone, and then the only things left were those last bags. And there were like 3 bags of it like that.
Yeah.
3 bags of shrimp that were 2016. That was just bad. And then when we gave it to the guys in the meat department, we're like, these are expired. And they saw the date. They were like shocked.
Yeah. They couldn't believe that it was that. They could not believe it. Because I think they were probably just thinking, oh, it's probably just going to be like a week or something like that. But when it's like years, it's like, wait a minute. Like, where did this even come from? Like, so, and we shop a lot of clearance. And
we do,
and a lot of the times, like the stuff is like within like a week or something.
Well, it's a week from expiring, not a week after expiring.
A week from expiring, and so that's understandable, because it's like one of those things where
you'd rather get it out,
have
someone be able to eat it
and not
at
lose
50% rather than just tossing it
and just losing the money and wasting food or whatever. So and don't be ashamed to like hit up your clearance section anywhere. Like we've seen people like when we're like going through the cart. And we're like looking at all the clearance stuff, and some people like they're walking by with their cart, and they're just like, oh.
But we've also seen it. We've also seen it when we walk up when we're walking to the clearance cart. Someone else will be in it, and then when they see us coming, not knowing who we are, they'll just like run. Like, oh, I don't want to be seen in the clearance.
It's like it's embarrassment or something like that. It's not embarrassment, and it's like, and it's one of those things where we've tried things that we probably wouldn't try at full price,
right?
And then we've picked it up, and saw that. We can like, hey, it's on clearance. Let's just try it or whatever. So don't be ashamed to do that. Like, don't. I love
my quarter milk.
Oh yeah, I know. This was that the gallon one.
No, the gallon was 50 cents.
The 50. Okay,
but I mean, so when it's about a week or maybe a little bit more, sometimes it depends on sometimes like if they just have an overstock, they'll just do whatever. So sometimes you can still have milk that's good for like a month or so.
True.
And they're just trying to get rid of it because they have too much of it.
Yeah.
But they would put milk on clearance for a gallon for 50 cents.
Yeah.
And those were like, I love those days because I will buy a ton of milk.
And if you know that your family is going to go through it like within a couple of days, then why not get it? You know what I mean?
I can go through a couple gallons of milk in a couple of days.
I know.
I like milk.
I've never been that person that could just like pour a glass of milk and just like chug it. I'm not saying chug it, but just drink it.
Just
like,
drink it.
Yeah. I always thought like it was weird in movies, like when like people like always had to have like a cup of milk with their food. Like who's drinking milk with their dinner?
Macaulay Culkin.
I know. just like in movies, like the parents always have to have a glass of wine. It's like, why do they always have wine? It's always red wine, and it's like, do people really drink red wine every night during dinner like that?
I don't know, but I can drink some milk.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink, so I don't drink wine.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a random thing, but I remember there was this one video that my brother watched. Yeah, I don't remember what year it was. It was a 311 video, and they were doing like a milk challenge, and they were drinking so much milk that one of the people that were doing the challenge like puked, and then like they started playing. It was like "In Your Face," like the 311 song, and it was just like every time I think of someone just drinking a lot of milk, I think of that video. But anyways, if you've seen it, whatever. So see how
but we go to clearance. We like clearance though, but that's why this is random, because this is how our conversations go, and this is how our brains work. We'll just go on stuff.
But we like clearance. And we appreciate clearance.
We do appreciate clearance.
But we don't like when things are over, like, way past. And so there was other times with glasses.
And there are times that we also are not the people that... I mean, we've done an occasion when we know that we're going to eat it. But if there's, like, a lot of one thing in clearance, we're not the people that grab every... We don't hoard it.
No.
We don't grab every bit of it, because someone else could use that.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, if there's, like, cheese on clearance and we're like, we're not going to buy all the cheese. We're like, someone else could probably use that. We'll grab, like, a couple and for us and stuff.
Yeah.
We're not those people that are just like... Oh, it's all like this. Yeah. Everything's a quarter. We have to buy every single one of them.
Yeah.
And then take a picture of it on Instagram and say that everyone's that. I mean, I did that with those ribs. I'm sorry, I did do that in the ribs.
But that sale didn't happen again, though.
No, that sale did not happen.
Yeah, that sale. What was it again? It was like
it was a rack of ribs for $3.
Yeah, and we got some for us. We got some for your parents. I think we gave them to my mom also.
We did.
Yeah, so
we bought like 20 of them.
Yeah,
but we ate every one of those.
And we gave some to family too. Yeah. So yeah, but so you were talking about glasses. And your interaction with glasses.
So we started with the shrimp.
Yes.
And then the next interaction that I had, or the first interaction I had with him.
Yeah.
And I don't think you were with me at that time, but there are these bow tie pasta cracker things that I just love.
Okay.
Just like the little butter ones, which I found in clearance first.
Yep.
Remember?
Yep.
And like I don't remember. I think they were like $3 per bag.
Yeah.
And then in clearance, I think it was like $1.50 in the clearance, and I was like, "Ooh, I like these." And so I was willing to actually pay full price for them because I tried them in clearance and I liked them a lot. So it's like, see, that's another good thing about clearance, where you tried something and I enjoyed it, and I was willing to pay
full price for
it to get it. But so I went to go get some, and then I put some in my cart, and then I realized that the expiration date was like months past.
Yeah.
And then I went back, and I was gonna just go give them to someone, and then so I went back to get another one, and I realized there were a whole bunch more bags that were also expired. And so I like went through the shelf and I grabbed all of them. There's probably about 15 bags or so that had like past dates. Like, and I mean, what I mean past, I mean like months, like 3 months or more.
Which that's been an occurrence with a lot of these things.
I mean, if it was like a day or a week, I'll be like, whatever, I'll buy it, I'll eat it. It's only a week. Like I want it. Like, especially chips. Yeah. Like, I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But like these were like months past. And so I put all of them in my cart, and I would just looking for a manager, and he was just walking around. Glasses was just walking around. And I just went up to him and I was like, "Oh, these are expired. I saw them on the shelf." Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, okay, we'll take care of it." And then I just left him the cart. And if
Glasses would have just done his damn job, he would have stopped there.
And then so like, unfortunately, there weren't any other flavors that I wanted on the shelf. So I was like, all right, no big deal. I'll try again another time. Yeah. And then I don't remember where else I got that day. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But like a week later, we came back and I saw there were more on the shelf, and I was like, oh, awesome! I'm gonna get some this time. I went back over there. They put those bags back on the shelf. Yeah. The same ones. Because I pulled every one of them back off, and I was looking at them. And so I went back up to him, and I was probably rude. I was probably kind of rude to him. Yeah. But I was like, these are expired. And he goes, oh, okay, we'll take it. And I said, nope. Yeah. Like, I told you about this last week. I brought them to you last week. And this is probably why he doesn't like us. Like, every time he sees us, he has to run. He has to hide.
Yeah, it's definitely why he doesn't
He's probably watching the cameras in the back, doing like, oh, man.
He's like, there they go. And then when we start looking through things, he's probably like, they're looking through the shelves, they're looking at the dates. And we're just looking at nutritional facts. But he thinks that we're looking at the dates.
But him and I, we pulled every one of them off the shelf again. Every one of them. Yeah. And I did not leave his side. I made sure they were all off that shelf. And then those chips were not. The next time we came back and there were more on the shelf, I checked every one of them again. Yeah. But they actually restocked with new product.
They did, yeah.
But every one of those was like, I made him pull those off the shelf. But the problem is that we've seen so many other items that are expired too.
That's the problem.
And I feel like Glasses is not doing his job.
Yeah. And it's been different
all the time.
Like items in different departments also. Like there was those little peanut cluster things that we saw. And they were at full price, and they were majorly.
They were not clearance.
No, they were full
price.
They
were full price.
And majorly expired. The guacamole.
There was a lot of guacamole too, but like the little peanut cluster things, like it wasn't just like one or two bags. It was an entire row of them. The entire row of like 2 different flavors.
So it was obvious that
one, no one likes that flavor.
That's what I was gonna say. It's obvious that people don't like that flavor. So it's one of those things
just
where
like the kind of pretzels that are out in the market right now.
You could say the honey mustard ones.
The honey mustard and onion.
They're like in the dollar store, Dollar General. They're on clearance.
Ollie's.
No one likes the honey mustard one.
No one likes these honey mustard pretzels.
Yeah.
No one.
No, because it's like everywhere. They're trying to. They obviously have a lot of them. So it's like the apocalypse is going to happen, and that's all we're going to have left.
It's going to be like Zombieland, and all you find is snowballs. Oh, yeah. And all you want is a Twinkie. I don't want honey mustard pretzels. I want whatever the other ones are. That's what it's going to be like.
Exactly what it's going to be like.
You're going to get pissed off and
eating them all angry. Yeah. Damn honey mustard. Stupid apocalypse.
I'll be washing the pretzels.
I'll get the flavor off.
I just want pretzels, but I don't want honey mustard. I'm just washing them.
But it's like, and then we also saw the pizza.
Oh, that was recent.
That was recent.
Like that was just that was right before all the chaos and everything of the world. Yeah. But and there was like a stack of pizzas. There were probably like 10 of those pizzas, and they were like months old. Yeah. Months old.
Yeah.
And so they were just sitting there.
So it's like, at what point do they go, okay, people don't like this flavor, we need to actually just clearance it all out because it's not working. Like, they're not moving. So I don't know like how and I worked at a grocery store, and I remember like we had to move the old ones to the front before we put the the new ones or whatever. And it's like I don't know if like I'm trying to think like every time like we go to the grocery like we see some people stocking shelves and everything like that, but not as much
But again, the people stocking shelves are the people that are supplying the stuff. It's like the Lay's guy is coming to put more chips on.
I
the
mean,
shelf,
there's a few people that I see that actually work for the store, but for the most
you don't
part
see
now
many
it's
people fronting the shelf.
it's like like representatives that are like from the companies.
Okay, I'll say this. I think the only ones I've seen that are actual employees of the grocery store,
the yogurt,
is the frozen or the stuff that needs to be refrigerated.
Yeah,
because the refrigerated stuff is in the back. And so they're the ones bringing it forward, whereas like the Lay's guy, they're just taking it off the truck, putting it on the shelf.
That's true.
They don't really care.
Or soda or something like that, you know, which whatever. But
Right. But anything that's refrigerated or frozen that has come into the back through a refrigerated truck that's coming through the back, that's what's being stocked by the workers of the grocery store.
Yeah. And like we've both like I said, I worked at a grocery store and I also worked in a food place and I was a manager there.
Right.
And I mean technically I worked at a candy store. I guess that can be considered like food also.
Oh, yeah, food, yeah.
So gosh, yeah. So there's certain things that you have to do to, you know, when you know that people are going to consume things. I feel like if people are eating it or putting it on their skin, those are things that you
So
need
here's the question
to,
with the food stuff.
Yeah.
So with you working at a candy store and your candy store, they had the bag it yourself stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're the candy store you worked at, I'm pretty sure was fairly popular for the most part.
Yeah.
But with other places that have those do-it-yourself, how do you know what the expiration is going to be? Because like even like the candies, like they'll have an expiration,
but it's all in that one.
But it's all
thing.
in a big container. Like,
yeah.
Do people really go through it that fast that it's gonna not really worry about an expiration? Or do you just, or just
That's
like,
really,
who cares?
It all mixes together. They'll get some good ones, some bad ones, but the flavor will just be sugar.
Right. Like, how do you know?
I have no idea. I don't know. That's a good question because when you buy like a package of candy, it has an expiration date on it, right?
It does.
Yeah. So I don't know. And like, how does that last with it sitting like in a
on
thing?
The air?
Yeah.
Well, some food tastes better after it's become stale, like Peeps.
Peeps are gross even from
Peeps
before.
are awesome.
The only stale thing I will eat are candy canes. I like when candy canes get stale because they get like chewy.
So how are you telling me that Peeps aren't cool?
But candy canes start good.
Candy canes start good if they're like a good flavor. Peppermint candy canes
and
are
if they're
awful.
not, and if they're what?
Peppermint candy canes are awful. I hate peppermint candy canes.
Which ones do you eat?
The fruity ones.
What?
Like the Starburst ones or the?
Oh
like
my gosh, no.
Yes.
That's not.
Okay. It's called a candy cane.
Okay, hold on. The peppermint one is the best. No. They made those knockoffs for kids like you who were crazy and needed candy. We're about to have a face off. Hold on. You seriously don't like the peppermint ones?
Yeah. Do you think that? How many times do we go get candy canes and I just get like the fruity flavor ones?
Wow.
Like the cherry. I like the cherry ones. Cherry ones are good.
I don't think I even had a non-peppermint one until I became like an adult because it was always just the peppermint ones.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
So even those little like peppermint.
Who are you?
Those little peppermint Starbursts. Like whenever we get those little peppermint Starbursts, do you realize that they last forever in the cupboard because I don't eat them?
Holy moly. My eyes are tearing right now.
I don't
because
eat them.
It has to be the peppermint one.
No.
Okay.
That's a peppermint cane, not a candy cane.
Listen. If Santa Claus himself came down here and he handed
No.
Huh?
No.
What?
Santa Claus enjoys his cookies. And that's why he gives away the candy canes. Because he's like, I don't want this crap.
Oh my God. No, he wouldn't give you something that you don't want. He gives you stuff you want. That's what Santa does.
He also gives you coal if you've been bad. Do you really think that Santa doesn't have a naughty list and then he doesn't like give you stuff that you don't want?
Okay.
Did you enjoy getting socks every year? Did you enjoy getting socks or underwear?
But you know what?
As a kid?
But you know what? You needed it.
Maybe you did need it. But did you want that? No, maybe
because
as an adult you want that because you're like,
you needed it. But your parent, when you were like about to go outside in the snow, you're like, oh my God, I need some socks. And you go, see? Santa got you.
No. See, that was your parents going, put on your socks. Put on your gloves.
No.
Yeah.
Those candy canes were made for kids like you who were just like, oh, I want candy. I want more candy. It's supposed to be peppermint.
That doesn't. How does that make any sense? You just said
'Cause
you liked it, so you want more.
It messes things up.
How does it mess things up?
Because it doesn't look right. When you have like the only time, like I don't even know if I've ever put those kind of candy canes on.
We have.
Did I don't eat them. They're actually sitting in our. Yeah, I don't eat those. I don't think that candy canes should be like strawberry flavored or chocolate.
The last ones we had were the blue raspberry ones with the blue.
And I would never eat those.
Those are the ones we had last.
You were a kid that drank Kool-Aid.
Why? Who didn't drink Kool-Aid?
I didn't drink. I can't believe that you really don't like the peppermint one.
No.
Well, anyways,
the only peppermint things that I would eat, it was those. They were like really thick peppermint like sticks.
oh, I didn't like those.
And, see, look at that. But what we would do is we would open up, we would cut up an orange, like not cut up an orange, but we would put a hole in an orange, and then you put it inside the orange, and you drink the orange juice from the orange through that as the peppermint straw.
Why would you do that? Peppermint and orange? How does that go together?
I don't know. It was good though. But that's what you would do. But those are the only ones I liked were those the thick, but they were also like a buttermint kind of thing, because of like
So
I mean
now
it
you're
was like
doing
a
too- now
soft.
you're
It
doing
was
too
like a
much.
soft peppermint.
Yeah.
But no, the peppermint candy canes. No, I don't like those. That's how do we get on this? I don't even
Because
know
you
how
were talking about Peeps being stale.
Oh,
and
Peeps
then,
are Peeps are
So-
good. Peeps are amazing.
Yeah,
The only
I
Peeps
don't-
I'm not really liking right now are the ones that are like all those crazy flavors,
See,
like the blue raspberry.
Because
and
now
cotton
they're
candy
doing
ones.
too much.
They
And
are
this
doing
is
too
the same
much.
thing with the candy canes.
No.
When you start messing with something, you mess it up. Same
See,
thing with the Oreos.
No,
There's like 50
let me
different
explain,
flavors of
Let me
Oreos.
explain why. It's not the flavor. It's not the flavor. It's the consistency. Because for some reason, like the ones I know for sure, are the blue raspberry ones.
Yeah.
And there was like a
Birthday cake? No.
birthday cake wasn't that bad, but there was like a cherry one or
Okay.
a watermelon one.
Okay.
And it changes the consistency of it. It's not like the marshmallow that you know from a regular Peeps.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a different like texture and a different squishy kind of
Okay.
thing, and it's not that good. And it doesn't stale the same way either. Like if you leave them out, it doesn't stale. So whatever flavoring they put in it changes how the marshmallow is, and I don't like those.
A lot of
It has
watermelon flavor things aren't that good.
Well, it's just because it's always artificial.
Yeah.
But like the candy canes, a candy cane is a hard candy cane and a hard candy cane. It's just the flavor that's different.
You're
Not-
hurting my heart.
No. I'm telling you straight up that this is how this is.
Oh man, my pet peeve is people not liking peppermint candy canes.
Oh yeah? Are we gonna start playing that game now?
Oh man. Okay, so I keep hitting my mic, guys. I'm sorry. That's one of Mike's pet peeves. Name one more thing that bothers you. It's a pet peeve of yours.
I guess my other pet peeve is well, I mean, along with it goes with like when we go into a store and like I will research something if I'm going to buy
Okay,
something.
yeah.
Like I try to know as much as I can about the product that I'm going to buy before I buy it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be that person that buys something and be like, I bought the wrong product. I got to go
Yeah.
get another product.
Yeah.
You know, I want to make sure that that product is the right thing. I mean, everything that I try to get. And there's a time that if I get something and I didn't research something and I just buy something and it's bad or something, I like hate myself for it because it's just like I should have done my research. I wasted
Sit
my
in the corner,
time. I
shaking
wasted
back and forth.
I wasted my money. Just going, should I get it? Should I get it? Should I get it? But no, like I don't like it. But I will question people
Yeah.
in the store to make sure that one, I'm getting the right product, and two, they know their products because I want to buy it from someone who knows something. So if I have to come back for some reason,
You can ask for that person.
I can ask for that person,
Yeah.
and I can be like, oh, I'm having this issue. Do you know anything about it?
Yeah.
Because I worked in a store. I'm not gonna say the store, but like
Yeah.
I worked in the camera section, and like I didn't know every single camera because we had a lot of cameras.
Yeah.
I mean, we had like I don't even know how many cameras we had.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of cameras. But I knew I would have to say at least 75% of those cameras. Like
Yeah.
I would say I knew all of them with a little bit of information.
Yeah.
But with a lot of information, I knew like 75% of them. So if someone asked me a question, I could without a doubt say what their answer to their question.
Yeah.
Like what the issue was or what they needed to know or anything like that. Or if they were like, oh, this is what am I doing with it? Well, I can point them to the right camera.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever had someone that I sold a camera to that I knew come back to the store and say, this didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had one person say that. I think I've seen it with a few other people. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or something.
Yeah.
But like I tried to make sure that like
Toot, toot.
that people got what they were needing.
Yeah.
To make sure that they didn't come back and they weren't dissatisfied.
Yeah.
Because I think like I didn't want anyone like coming back to me and saying, you sold me a shitty product.
Yeah.
Or you
can't
were
say that word.
I can say that word. or this was like you lied to me on this. Like it doesn't do this.
Yeah.
Because I've had people say like, oh yeah, it'll do that.
Yeah.
And I go back and I'm like, no, it don't do that. But like I don't like it when people don't know their products.
Yeah.
Or if they don't know what they're selling.
Or they're just trying to sell. They're just trying to make a sale.
Well, that's what a lot of people
Yeah,
are doing.
yeah.
But like that's why the store I worked at, there was no commission.
Okay.
So like you didn't really benefit.
Yeah.
Personally, you didn't really benefit.
Yeah.
But like I enjoy cameras. I like cameras, and I mean I do my research on all of them to make sure I can get the best thing. I mean, so that's why I helped with a lot of other people. And some people I would tell them, you don't want this.
Yeah.
You do not want this camera.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, no, I want this camera. Like, no, you really do not want this camera.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be obsolete in just a couple of weeks. There's a new one coming out, or
Yeah.
whatever, or it was just a bad camera.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, no, don't buy this. You're not going to be happy with it. Yes, it's $10 cheaper than that one, but that camera that's $10 more is a lot better camera.
Yeah.
You'll get way more features, all this, whatever the thing was.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and so I'll go into the store and I'll act dumb, but like I don't know, maybe that's me being a dick, but like, I would be like, so tell me about this. Does it have this? Knowing full well that it does or it doesn't.
So are you just trying to quiz them now?
Yeah,
or?
because again, like I said, if I have a problem with it, or if I'm going to come back and buy something else, maybe I want to come back and buy from that person.
Yeah.
But again, that's the problem with a lot of days. Most people don't stay in a job for so long that you can build a reputation with someone in a store. Because I think that's also like I enjoy like smaller, small businesses.
Yeah.
Because like the mom and pop shops, they are there all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they'll probably have some employees that come and go, but for the most part, the people that are working there are family.
Yeah.
And they'll know their products, and they'll be willing to help you.
Yeah.
And I know some of these bigger ones, they don't care.
No.
They just want bodies.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff. I mean, that was another time that man, I got tons of stories about like managers.
Oh, we're gonna talk about your manager store, and we'll talk about. Well, we'll do a separate video on manager stuff.
I guess my other pet peeve. I got a lot of pet peeves.
You do. We'll have to do a part 2, definitely, because we're hitting our limit right now as far as time, and we don't want to get too long. But I think we're gonna have a part 2.
But to start my part 2, toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Rolling the wrong way.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So this is for the question. Like, for one, you guys, what are your pet peeves?
What are your pet peeves? Yeah.
And let us know. And also, this is one a lot of people have.
Oh, and the candy canes. Can you please talk about candy canes and also like peeps if you like peeps? But go ahead.
But like, does it roll off the front?
Okay.
Or does it roll off the back? Should I say which one I like?
No. We'll
save it for later?
We'll save it for later. We'll save it for another one.
So
we're gonna. I think we're just gonna do a part 2 for our next one. So
I feel like this was all me and this one just complaining.
that's okay. It's therapeutic, and if you needed to let it out, just let it out. I think that's the whole thing about.
That's why we're
podcast.
on the couch right now. I'm just not laying down.
Yeah,
I'll be laying down in the next one. So I'll just be overwhelmed. I'll be like, oh, this is too much.
But yeah, I think that's the thing. You just let it out. Just let it out, and we'll come back for a part 2. But I still cannot believe you don't like peppermint candy canes. Like,
well, you know what? We don't have to like the exact same
we
thing.
We don't, because, we don't. But I still love you.
I'm a little bit rock and roll and rap and everything else in your country.
Yeah, country and rock, yeah.
Yep.
Anyways.
All right, guys.
We're going to wrap it up, though. And we hope that we do not make the same mistake again. We will always make sure to hit the record button.
But I think we did.
But I think we did. We wrapped
covered
it up,
everything.
yeah.
I think we covered everything that we were talking about for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah,
on the time that we weren't recording.
Definitely.
And we won't make that mistake again.
No.
But we're still getting all the hang of all this stuff, and we're hoping that you guys are.
And if you guys
enjoying
have, if you do YouTube videos or if you do a podcast, did you ever do that before? So I just want to know. But yeah.
So and then share it with us. We love to watch your stuff and listen to your stuff. I mean, we're still.
And we're gonna be
growing,
honest.
so.
We're not gonna be like covered up and act like we didn't do it. So
yeah. Definitely. But so anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. So subscribe to us, give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying this,
share with your friends, family.
Definitely share with everyone. Definitely hit the bell on so we can whenever we upload a new video, you're the first to know about it. And I think,
Follow us on Instagram at Downright Random.
yep, we'll have that below.
Yep.
And we do have some merch, but we're still working on the website, trying to do a few things. So we'll probably talk
Trying
about
to get
that soon.
this Downright Random family growing.
Yep. And anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll check you next time. All right, later.